Spending in the healthcare sector will continue to increase. This is not a value judgment about whether it should increase. It's a conclusion based on underlying economic factors. Growth is inevitable. Your communities will be economically disadvantaged if you don't act to capture their fair share of the growth. Because healthcare will have an increasing share of GDP, public policy makers and the healthcare community have greater obligation than ever to work together to deliver value for the healthcare dollar. And creating the value that we want from the system will only happen if we collaborate, understand the true drivers of continued growth, and use evidence-based approaches to drive healthcare decisions. To the Canadians in the audience, it's no secret that the healthcare systems in the U.S. and Canada are substantially different. Different systems grow up as a result of different drivers. But as you will see, there are common economic themes to every system. The U.S. system is enormously complex and will remain so no matter what happens in Congress. The ACA has covered many millions of Americans, a critical factor for improved health. The central driver of reform has been the moral imperative to cover the uninsured and the working poor. This happens to have enormous public health benefits. Coverage equals health, and health equals wealth. If people are sick, they can't work and they can't buy. A healthy population is a working population. But the ACA is not perfect. Universal coverage is the foundation of improved public and population health, but it's not the whole house. For instance, I'd like to see us use statistical models and evidence-based medicine to drive what we're paying for so that we get the most for our healthcare dollar. But that's not the conversation that's happening in Washington. Other countries do a better job of using evidence-based approaches, and it makes a difference. Putting aside the current legislative uncertainty, there are underlying economic factors that say the healthcare sector is going to continue to grow in the U.S. and in Canada. After all, the laws of economics are as immutable as the laws of physics.